So, and the third step is wringing, schita, right? Wringing out the liquid from the fabric is ordinarily the final stage of the cleaning process. And wringing also the problem of, before we continue, even with the person itself, right? We should not wring. For example, a woman went to mikvah, right? Yesterday we discussed, I think, Friday night, right? So it was her day, right, on Friday night. So she would not be allowed to wring the hair as usual, right? So she need to apply just put towel on top. Same as men. So it's not allowed to wring the beard, right? So if some people go into the mikveh on Shabbos morning, so be careful. Somebody have a longer hair also have to be very careful. So wringing out the liquid from the fabric is ordinarily the final stage of the cleaning process. Wringing loss is considered an act of laundering, right? Because the water absorbed in the fabric generally contains some dirt, and when it is wrung out of the fabric, fabric is cleaned to the great degree that it was previously. Meaning, which is makes absolutely sense. So even maybe it's even if you skip the first step, the second step, you did not agitate, you didn't scrap, but you just you just soak it, and you soak it for some time, and you wring it. For sure, it's going to be cleaner. For sure. I mean, it's not going to be perfectly clean, but at least cleaner. Okay, that's why it is forbidden. Okay. Under biblical law, it is forbidden only to wring out truly absorbent fibers, such as wool, cotton, linen, and sponge. The sages, however, forbade wringing out even material made of fiber that is not truly absorbent, but can trap water, such as steel wool. Since the fibers trap the liquid between them, wringing out this fabric resembles wringing out of absorbent fabric. So before we continue, let's try to analyze this part. So again, under the biblical law, it's forbidden only to wring something that's truly absorbent, right? Wool, like cotton, all of these materials. I think even he said sponge, but I think even synthetic materials that they have today, they also absorbent. I mean, not as much as this natural material, but still they absorbent, right? Very absorbent. Okay. The sages, however, forbade wringing out of the material made of fiber that naturally absorbent, right? But can trap the water. So that's the problem with brushing the teeth. Of course, I'm not talking about the paste. Paste is I understand, but even without paste, toothpaste, right? But if it's in the water, so if you, as we said before, a few times, if you put in your mouth mouthwash or just water, and you brush your teeth, so there is no squeezing. There is no squeezing in the water. There is your mouth is filled with water, so there is no problem. But technically, but after you finish, so there is some people like to squeeze the toothbrush, no weekday after they finish. That's absolutely forbidden. This is 100% squeezing, because for sure there is water trapped between the bristles. That would be forbidden. Right? So a person, if person cannot remember that, so it's better not to brush their teeth. Okay. It's one of right. So right. 1 second. And same with washing of the dishes. Right, so you're not allowed sponge, of course. We said it's not allowed, but even some what is it called? What is it? Bottle brushes. right? The brush on a stick, right? So to wash what is it, like cups or bottles or other like round containers. It's very convenient, but you're not allowed to use it. You're not allowed to use it. Why? Because it's very water absorbent. So there are some that not water absorbent, but that's a different story. Okay, so continue. So again, so the sages forbade wringing out even materials of fibers, not truly absorbent, but can trap water. Right? Not absorbent, such as steel wool. Okay, steel wool. Right, so it's made of steel, but I'm not, it's like has some cleansing stuff in there, right? And that's it. Okay. Since the fiber trap a liquid between them, wringing out the fabric themselves, wring out the absorbent fabric. Okay. Under rabbinical prohibition, it is also forbidden to squeeze water out of the hair on Shabbos. However, this pertains only to the hair grown densely and trap the water in it. For example, hair of the head of the beard, not the hair that are widely spaced, the hair on the arms or legs. I mean, it's understandable, but how you can squeeze the hair from on your arm, I'm not sure. Okay, but we got the point. So if hair grow densely, so you're not allowed to squeeze them. So we have to remember. Okay. So again, technically, we're not allowed to take showers on Shabbos, but in case of the need, for example, for a baby is is in pain, so something is going on, right? So in this exceptional situation, yes, you're allowed to towards the baby, but they give a bath to a baby, but you would not be allowed to squeeze the hair. Have to be very careful. Okay, continue. Articles that neither absorb nor trap liquid are not subject to prohibition of wringing. Thus include, for example, nylon brushes with the widely spaced bristles and synthetic. So we have one of this. It's so inconvenient. It's so annoying. It's unbelievable. So we bought one just in case we need for Shabbos, but it's very inconvenient. Right. Synthetic or scoring pads, which widely spaced fibers. Okay. Which do not trap water. Again, these scoring pads they usually sell it in Judaica store. I mean they sell it in regular stores, discount stores as well. But it's very inconvenient towards them dishes. Somebody tried once, so it's cheaper not to have this aggravation. Just buy some extra dishes and that's it. Right. So you don't need to wash or use paper dishes, but wash dishes with this thing is very inconvenient. Plus with cold water. Even on Yom Tov when you would be allowed to use a warm water, still it's not convenient.